Hi guys, welcome back. I know I pulled a disappearing act again on you guys. I'll explain the reason for that. I mean, it's just excuses at this point, but I'll talk about that during mukbang. And for right now, I'm just going to get into the recipe that I'm going to make for you today. The recipe I'm going to make for you today is Korean army base stew. I have been seeing this recipe all over YouTube quite a bit, and I just wanted to give it a try because it always looks so good. So I'm going to try to recreate it. I tried to look for a vegan recipe for this Korean army base stew, but I felt like those were kind of bland. I didn't like the blandness to them. So I went with a non-vegetarian recipe, and I'm just going to try to recreate it with vegan ingredients. So I guess this is my first time as well, so we'll see how it goes. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to start with the ingredients that I'm going to use in this recipe. I have like a bunch of things on both sides of me over here on the table. So I know a lot of you guys that watch me are Indian, so I'm just going to explain what I'm putting in my dish here. These are shiitake mushrooms. Like, you know, if you live in America, they're not hard to find. I just left one whole for you guys to see, but otherwise I sliced them like bite size. Next thing is the recipe asked for oyster mushrooms, but I couldn't find oyster mushrooms. This is what I had in the house. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are. Let me check. Bunapi? I don't know how you say this, but I'm using these mushrooms. And this is Enoki mushroom right here. I have been intrigued by these mushrooms a lot because all my favorite Korean mukbangers eat this, and I really wanted to try the Enoki mushroom. And then I have tofu. We all know tofu. I'm not using the very firm one because I don't like the very firm tofu. I'm using just firm. And these are rice cakes. They look a little weird right now, but they were frozen, and I just kind of let them sit in cold water for 15 minutes so they cook soon for me. So I guess that's all there is in this plate right here. Next thing I'm using is these ramen noodles. These are comparatively healthier for you, and they are vegan, as it says right here. So this is the ramen packet that I'm using. What else? Oh, and I have green onions. Just slice them bite size. And I'm going to create a sauce. We'll do that later. First, let me show you what else I got here. I got kimchi. This is just the regular kimchi you find in Walmart. I'll show you which one. This kind. It says it's spicy right here, but it's never too spicy for me, so I don't know. It's just fine. It's not very spicy. And then, oh yeah, meat, which I'm not a very big fan of, so I just have a few slices of hot dogs. I'm using these hot dogs right here. And I had this. I would really like to put spam in my Korean army stew, but I cannot eat spam. So this is what I can eat, and this I got from. I'm not as organized as I should have been. This I got from this. So these are like little like Deli slices replica in vegan style, and I think they taste pretty good. Yeah, they taste pretty good. So that's that. I also have some minced garlic. This will go in my sauce. What else? I have I'm supposed to make like anchovy kind of soup base, but I don't use anchovy. I'm going to, this recipe calls for, I'm using a recipe. This recipe calls for like chicken stock, so I'm going to use this one for my chicken stock for the soup base. And I think that's it. I'll tell you about the sauce ingredients when we start making that. Oh, I also have I also have cheese. This vegan cheese is good in some recipes and it's not good in the others, so we'll see how it works in this soup. And this name, what's it called? Daiya? Is that what it's called? It always reminds me of that Aishwarya Rai song. Huh? Daiya, 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 Daiya. Oh, and I'm going to drink with my food. Is this called Izzy? Is sparkling clementine water. Yeah. So let's get into making the sauce. Before I start cooking, I'm going to mix the sauce in this bowl. Now, usually everybody makes a really big like pan of this stew. I'm not sure if I like it that much, and I don't have anybody to finish it for me if I don't like it. So I'm going to not make a whole lot of it, just a small amount, and therefore my sauce will also not be a whole lot, just a little bit. Now the first thing I'm going to use in my sauce is these Korean red pepper powder. It's also called Gochugaru. I don't know how to pronounce that very clearly, but I do not know what it says on this packet, but the guy at the Asian grocery store told me that this is Korean red pepper powder or Gochugaru. So I'm going to use, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, but no, I'm going to use maybe like 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon of that goes in there. So nice and bright red. I like it. Okay. Then rice wine. This is Mirin. I started using this a few months ago when I watched one of Mommy Tang's videos, and since then I haven't stopped using it. This is really good. I really like this rice cooking wine. It really adds really good flavor to your food, especially if you're cooking Asian food or just making simple ramen noodles. Still, it tastes good. So and usually all these Koreans never measure their ingredients, but I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm going to measure mine. It says to put like about 2 tablespoons, so I'm just going to eyeball it. How much would you call this? Can you see? Can you see? I don't know. I guess mine is like 1.5 teaspoon. Yep. Then we're going to add some soy sauce. I'm going to use this one. This is organic Tamari soy sauce. It's gluten-free, it's reduced sodium, it is non-GMO, all kind of good stuff. So yeah, this is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put some. If I need more, I'm going to add more later. I just added some. We'll see how it goes, you know. I might add more as I cook. Then I'm going to add all of this minced garlic in here. Oh, by the way, my hands are clean. Okay. That's in there. Can you see? Yeah. And then I'm going to add some sugar. The recipe calls for some sugar, but I don't use regular sugar because it's made of some nasty stuff. So I'm just going to use this coconut sugar that I have. It's in a salsa jar, don't judge me. It was just easier that way. I don't know. Says half a tablespoon, so maybe I'll use half a teaspoon. There. I'm sure some Koreans would laugh if they saw this video because I swear I haven't seen anybody that's Korean that measures what they put in their food. I think they all just eyeball everything. And the next thing I'm going to add to this sauce is one of my very favorite things. Ever since I learned to eat any of Korean food, this is like my favorite thing. This is Korean pepper paste. It's like fermented Korean pepper paste. I have no idea what it says on top of this, but it's called Gochugaru. So that's what I'm going to use, and the guy at the Asian store told me that this is vegan. So I'm going to go with that. This is what it looks like inside, very like saucy. See that? Smells pretty good too. It's good. I like it. It says to add about half a tablespoon. I'm going to add like this much of the sauce. And the last thing is just some black pepper. So I'm just going to add some black pepper. Just a pinch, just eyeball it. And then we're just going to mix these spices nicely together. Make a sauce out of it. Oh, can you see it? See the sauce? It looks so good. And now it's time to turn on the stove. Let's get cooking. So to begin with, we're going to add everything in the pot except for the cheese, the ramen noodles, the green onions, and the rice cakes. We're not going to add those just yet, but we're going to add everything else in the pot. So let's get started. There's some mushrooms right there. Some of these, just separate them. Tofu. We're going to assemble everything like in a circle around, like, and then put the sauce in the middle. That's how the recipe calls for. I don't know if I'm going to eat all these mushrooms, so I'm just going to put a little bit here. Just a little bit. What else? Meat. I'm going to put all this meat. These smell so good. These smell really good. This and kimchi. I'm going to add the kimchi. Okay, can you guys see? I don't know. I think that's all. And as it says, I'm going to add the sauce in the middle. There you go. It's sweet, it is spicy, it's vinegary, just typical Korean, you know. I don't like to waste anything, so I'm going to use this slice to clean my spoon. There. Then I'm going to add this. I'm putting about 2 cups of water, and this says I can add half a cube to 1 cup of hot water. So since I don't want to make this like a chicken flavored stew and more like Korean flavored thing, I'm not going to add all of this in there. So I broke it in half, and this one is a little bigger. This is the one I'm going to use to just put it in here. Guys, this tastes so good. It tastes just like chicken. It tastes so good. And then we're going to add water. So I'm also adding some sesame oil in here. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I like sesame flavor, so just a little bit. I think that's good. So I guess I'm ready to turn on the stove. I don't know why, I'm always scared to turn on the stove. Then we're going to put a lid on it and let the soup come to a boil. So it looks like my soup is boiling, as it said it should. I'm going to go ahead and pull the lid off. Okay, where should I put this? And now it says to go ahead and add the remaining ingredients, so I'm going to do just that. Add my rice cakes. If any of you Koreans are watching this and think I'm doing something wrong, feel free to let me know, because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I know to do best. And then, oops, I am going to add these. Some in there. And onions. This still looks like a lot of food. I'm not sure if I can eat that much. And I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to add some cheese. on top of my noodles, I think. Yeah. I'm going to add some cheese on top of my noodles. See how it melts, or if it melts or doesn't melt, or what it does. I'm not sure. Oh my god, the cheese has melted. The cheese has melted. I'm so happy. Let me taste. Ooh. It's pretty good. Needs something. Could use some soy sauce, maybe. And some extra pepper. The thing with this stove, which you may or may not like, in my case I do like it, although I see the disadvantage of having a stove like that is that it shuts off. It shuts off once it reaches the certain heat level that you have put it on. So I think that's the only drawback I'd say of this stove. So you have to keep like turning it on and off to kind of get it to keep going. And I am sorry if you hear some noises in the background. There is my neighbor. Her daughter is not happy with her mom about something, and they are yelling at each other, and it's annoying me very much, but I just have to work with it. My drink is ready and I'm ready to eat. And since I am an Indian, I guess I'm going to eat with my hands. No, I'm just kidding. I swear, I can't wait for this girl to stop yelling. So, I know these are small, like people usually use really big wooden spoons, but I'm going to use what I'm comfortable eating with. So, let's start. My favorite is rice cake, so I'm going to start with the rice cake. So hot. Oh my god. The rice cake flavor, the rice cake texture. I die for the rice cake texture. Mmm. My chopstick skills are not so great, so I'm going to do my best. I swear, this is so refreshing. So good. Tofu. I don't want it to drip, but yeah. Whew. It might be too hot. Let's try the meat, the hot dog. Mmm. This is that other mushroom. I don't know what it's called. The shiitake mushroom. There's that the Deli meat kind of thing, with the pepper. This is the other meat thing. Mmm. It's like there is so much variety in one pot to pick out of. Oh, Enoki mushrooms. Let me try these. Ooh, look at this. Mmm. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I am all Indian at heart, but you know, this is such an experience. If you eat only one kind of food, you should definitely try something different. There's cheese on this. I don't know if you can see. There's cheese on this. It's not stringy, but let's see how it tastes. Mmm. You know what? It's not disappointing at all. It's really good. You know who I miss right now? I miss Tony. He's such a foodie. He would love this. Mmm. Mmm. This was so easy, so simple, so yummy. Check out that rice cake. Ah. I love rice cakes. I'm gonna try some soup. Oh, so good. I swear I have forgotten that I'm doing a mukbang and I need to talk about something with you guys. Well, before I started this mukbang, I said that I'm really getting distracted by this person outside that's yelling, so I'm going to try my best to explain myself. If I can, then I'm sorry. Whew. Oh. Seriously, who would have thought? I would have never thought in my wildest dreams that one day I'll be making this Korean dish and eating in front of camera. Mukbangs are awesome. They have taught me so much. My sucking in skills are not that good. This is supposed to keep heating up a little bit, but my stove has turned off. I just have to turn it back on to make it kind of simmer again. But I don't know how to use my chopsticks to pick up these rice cakes. A few days ago, I got a comment from one of you who suggested me to post regular mukbangs, and that it would be really good for my channel, you know, as well as for you guys to connect with me. So I thought that was a very good advice, and I was trying to think about how I can be more regular. But at the same time, after my boyfriend Tony left, I just trying to get myself together. I haven't lived alone for a long time, and it's just some days my days just fly away and I get no time besides taking care of my daughter and the house. Also, I lived with Tony we've been together for like 6 years now, and over the years we have accumulated a lot of stuff. And my daughter was like 3 years old when I left my ex and came to this town. And over the years we have collected so much stuff, and when I was living with Tony we would keep talking about, getting rid of it, maybe do a yard sale, do a consignment shop, do a donation, something, but we never got to it. And now that he's gone, I just hate him not being around, and on top of it, me having to deal with everything in the house. So I found a perfect place to donate some of the items, as well as get some stuff together for a consignment shop. But I have so much stuff, I'm just busy sorting all that out. And there's a deadline for this stuff, so I have to get everything out of this house that I want to get rid of by the mid of this month. And that's a lot of work, because I have like so many clothes I have to wash, I have to put together, sort them out and take them to the shop. So I'm kind of busy with all that. And at the same time, I want to start making videos where I'm not disappearing again and again, because that's not helping us come closer. I remember in my last mukbang video I was talking about us talking to each other through comments, through the comment section down below, and building a relationship. And I don't think a relationship can build really if I'm just not there to talk to. If I keep disappearing, then that's going to be hard to do, and it's going to be really bad for my channel too. So yeah, if you can excuse my disappearance for a little while, I want to come back, and this time make sure that I post videos at least twice or 3 times, depending how it works for me, once a week, and be regular at it. This soup, I tell you, this stew actually, not soup, is something that, you could get full, but you just keep going for more. There's no end to how long you can sit and eat this. You can just pick a rice cake here and a little piece of meat there, and I'm thinking I could have totally added a little bit more pieces of hot dogs and the meat stuff, and I would have loved it. I would have enjoyed eating it. It's the mushroom. For any Indians wondering out there what this tastes like, us Indians, we like to add a lot of, spices. And our spices have their own little flavor. And that makes the food not only hot as in taste, but also very flavorful. Like you taste a little cumin here, a little turmeric there, a little clove over here, and a little peppercorn over there. So this stew is in that way very simple. It does not have a whole bunch of flavors. It is limited in its flavors, where you just taste some sweetness, some saltiness, some flavor like of pepper and such. It has a slight bit of thickness because of, I think, the fermented pepper that I added in there. What else? And the vinegar is there, but you don't taste it as much. You taste more like the sweetness of it. So that's how it tastes. That's the best way I know to explain how it tastes. Then every once in a while, when you grab a bite of meat, then that meat incorporated with all those flavors tastes really good. The rice cakes in here is basically just, the rice cakes are just like, they don't absorb a whole lot of flavor of the stew. They are mainly for like the texture. Texture is what is amazing. Woo! Ah! Mm. 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 The tofu as well, it does not absorb a whole lot of flavor of the soup, but it's the texture thing, and that's what this soup to me is about. It's about simple flavors and a lot of texture going on. So the tofu just dissolves in your mouth like a cloud, just really good. The Enoki mushroom, which I didn't put that many and I'm missing it now, they really pack so much crunch. It's just yummy. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I'm full right now. I don't know why I'm eating, but I'm just eating because there's something about this stew that you can't stop eating. I've ate about half of it, and even though I didn't want to make a whole lot, I still happened to make a lot. And I don't know if this like leftovers, does it taste good, or I don't know about that. So I'm trying to eat as much of it, but I'm getting really full, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to eat a whole lot of this. Beware of the rice cakes. Even though they are fun to eat, they are basically just packed rice there. That's just rice. So it gets you full real quick. So if you don't want to get just full on rice, don't put that many as many rice cakes as I did. I put a lot of rice cakes, I think. I'm getting full. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to eat this later. I was not going to film a mukbang today. I have just had this sort of like itch. I just wanted to film a mukbang. So I love doing this, you know. Like singing is my thing. I love to sing. And like that's my favorite job. I feel like if at any point in my life somebody said that they would give me a singing job, I'd drop every other job I have to go and sing. I would take that job first. But now after I tried this filming videos for YouTube, I would say singing is still my first favorite, but my second best thing that I like to do is make videos. And I find mukbang to be so interesting because it really helps me try to find more things to eat besides what I usually eat. And it's also a great way to connect with people out there and like share ideas, have someone to talk to. So I really enjoy this. I hope that you will also give this a try because this is the simplest recipe and it has so much variation of things in one pot to eat, and great, I would say, a dish to sit and have conversation with your friends and like just chit chat and keep eating, because there is no end to how much you can eat this. I could still keep eating it, but I'm just full and I don't want to overeat. So I'm going to stop here, and I hope you guys will understand why I have not been posting videos as regularly as I'd like to. I hope you will still stick around and give me another chance to fix this whole issue of not posting videos regularly. Alright, so for now, it's bye from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye bye.